Okay, so Bootstrap is really this preset um, built files of JavaScript and CSS that are powered by a couple other things that kind of do a lot of things for you by kind of creating these shortcuts. But the main thing that we're focusing on is the 12 column responsive grid, along with a couple other little features. So here is what the grid basically looks like. You can imagine the three other columns are taking up right here, so it'd be 12 would be a full width of your window. And as you resize the window, you'll see how it kind of resizes what each of those columns take up in order to load best for that kind of an object. And in general, kind of this is what they refer to as the stacked mobile view, and it's just when every single column gets stacked on top of each other in order that it's loaded on the page. This happens as basically the general optimized mobile view because it's most likely going to give the user the easiest way to get through the information and needs to be at the right size when they do it. So we'll take a look at that in a minute as well. And then the other part here, this is basically just a standard breakdown of what our breakpoints are. At what point do we load a new media query to adjust the layout? So here we see all of those right here. And another really nice feature we've got here is just really quick CSS classes that'll make something show up on a phone but not on a tablet or a desktop. And likewise here for a tablet, it's only visible and hidden on the rest. And you can do that for any kind of combination that you want. And so here we see kind of how it's laid out and how to kind of start working with it. I'll come back to this in a second. But this is just a good example here of how a sample layout would work. So we've got this would be a 12 column grid space here, a 3 column, a 3 column, and a 3 column, along with the nav bar that reacts in a responsive way as well. So as soon as this stuff doesn't have room to fit together, it swaps it all and sticks it into this kind of a nav bar here. That gives you a really nice functionality that I think is really one of the best ways to handle your navigation when it comes to this kind of a website. So once you download Bootstrap, you get these files. I threw in our pictures from the repo sample design so that we could try and get started working on it from here. So we've got our CSS file. Min just means minified, which is basically all the spaces and line breaks have been taken out of the file in order to save file size. So you'll see the one is 143 kilobytes, the next one's 128. They give you both because this bootstrap.css file is a lot easier to modify and update your own version rather than trying to edit this, which would be more specifically for loading just on the website if you're not going to edit it. And the same kind of thing here. Typically, you won't need to mess with the Bootstrap JavaScript files. The main thing that we'll be working in is the bootstrap.css file. And So the way to get started is kind of, they've got this example here of what a normal HTML file would look like. You've got your normal body here with a little bit thrown in here. We've got the jQueries being loaded right in the bottom as well. A lot of the time we can actually load this up at the in the head section. They do it down here because then it makes it so it loads after everything else is loaded. Therefore, you're able to read the page before you're getting all the nice JavaScript features. So, just like any other time that you would build a CSS style sheet into the header section, they're just going ahead and adding the Bootstrap CSS file, which is basically what we'll end up doing, and we'll just take that and modify it to use as our basis for loading our website. So I'm actually just going to take this and make a new HTML file and paste this code right in to be our basis for the file. And rather than doing the minified version, I'm going to load this CSS file of the full unminified version so that we can go and edit and start a real project. So once I do that, I'm going to save that right in my Bootstrap folder. So here it is. I'll just make it my index.html. And here now I'm working in Dreamweaver with this right here in the Bootstrap. And since all these are relative links, it's looking right in this folder here. So CSS, bootstrap.css, that's the file I'm working on from here. And then we're loading in both jQuery. This just loads the latest version that's out there, and then this is linking to the JavaScript Bootstrap minified right here. So now as soon as I did that, I've got this here. I can take load, and it's already taking the CSS that's in here to apply the font styles. So what I had in there was an H1. So that's applying these styles to it already, along with loading the basic body font family. So I pull it up, and if I want to change that to Lucida Grande, I could try that. Once I refresh that, that should